Excellent.
I'm just trying to find my Facebook.
Her face place.
Where's my
Facebook.
Her face
gosh.
place.
Oh, golly.
How have you been, Mr. JD?
Any better, I'll be twins. Any better, I'll be twins. It's a good day.
Oh, that's what you said. I was trying to figure out what you said before. Okay. Facebook. Where are you?
So, JD, we went camping this past weekend in this cold weather.
Yeah.
It was 40 degrees at night.
See, but that's beautiful style camping. I've done that in Oregon before, where we woke up the next day and there was snow everywhere, and we went to bed. It was like 65 degrees, and I woke up to snow. I thought it was awesome. It's not okay. It's maybe not. Yeah, I'm kind of a little rustic. We'll put it that way.
Joe's here. Karen's
Yeah,
here.
Joe, we got Karen.
Whoop, whoop.
Hello, everybody.
I'm glad Joe likes my answer.
Pretty good.
MJ, if you're messaging me, if you're on here, like, please message
Switch
me.
the messaging to.
Don't text me. Message me.
Okay. Oh, Emily's on. Ohio rocks. We have snow and wine.
Oh!
Yeah. That's a winning combination right there.
Cheers to M and I this week. Cheers.
Oh, yeah. I'll cheers to that. Cheers to those ladies.
That's my sister-in-law.
In Ohio.
And she was my best friend in college, and she ends up marrying my brother.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Okay. Joe, I was camping in Colorado one summer and we had 4 inches of hail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done something similar when we were climbing mountains out in Colorado. By the time it was 80 degrees when we were at the base, and by the time we were up to the top, it was snowing on us, and it was quite interesting, but made for a very good day.
Oh my God.
That might be a bit much for me.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
That's a no.
Will you open those bottles?
Oh my God, can I open this rosé bottle? Is it?
It's like barely.
You can do
hold
it.
on. Pump myself up for this.
Oh, you got it. I believe you can do this.
This is the biggest cork. I guess JD's gonna tell us all about it, but the cork on this sucker is ginormous.
Okay, so JD, can you see the what is it? We believe. What's the thing? What's that thing?
What?
What?
Be live?
Live. Be live.
Can you see the comments?
Yeah, I can see the comments on the right. I was like, what are you talking about? We be what? I thought it was, I don't know. Yeah, I can see them on the side. Joe, Emily, Tracy.
Oh, hey, Tracy and Ariel. Yeah.
Hello, Tracy.
Joy and Steve are on from Disney.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Tracy and Ariel are first timers, JD.
Oh, awesome. Welcome.
Oh, you know what? MJ, are you on? Because this is her first time, and Darcy, they're supposed to be joining us. So let me see. I don't see them on here.
God, this is fancy.
All right. So if we can, anyway, you guys all remember JD. He was here not that long ago, the OG, right?
2 weeks ago.
OG.
Yep. Yep. The OG. The original wine guy.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure that not MJ, my sister, MJ Newman.
Oh, are they
and
on?
Darcy are supposed to be on tonight.
Oh, fun.
Yes, this is their first time. We
have some first timers.
That's good. That's good. New people.
Yeah, that would be good.
All right. Well,
but can we drink wine now?
Yes, they're not replying. So anyway, we're gonna Steve.
Hola, Steve.
Hi,
Okay.
Steve. Hi, Jean.
Are the light bodies with you guys? MJ, the other MJ is here.
So many MJs.
Okay. All right.
MJ's there. All right. I'm on.
JD. Oh, Skiddell's here on your own. All right. No light bodies tonight. Okay. All right. Well, JD, take it away.
All right. Well, I've been watching the last couple of weeks, and I wanted to do an all Italian wine tasting, but then after going after Marcello, and I actually know Marcello extremely well, I was like, let's not do that. Because I just don't have the accent to carry that. I have more of the redneck Texas accent, but I did want to do a couple wines here that we were going to do from Varvaglione. And as Kate was talking about the Varvaglione, and Christy was too about the cork on it. We're going to start with a 12 Mesas. 12 Mesas is a Rosato, or it's a Rosé of Negroamaro. And Negroamaro is an actual grape. Thank you, Christy. I see you bringing it up front.
Oh, wait.
Yep, there you go. So this is actually from Varvaglione. Varvaglione is a winery that does a bunch of higher tiered wines. And this is a multi-generational family that do these. And what this is they brought out these 12 Mesa lines was the younger side of the generation. They have 3 kids when these lines started out that were under 30, and they wanted something that was more approachable, something fun, something different. And we actually have 2 wines. We're going to try the Rosato Negroamaro and just the red Negroamaro as well tonight. So you're going to have 2 of them. Negroamaro, everyone always asks me, what's the grape? Negroamaro. It's just a grape. I know. It sounds like it's meant to be kind of funny because that's the trick. It's not a cab. It's not a blend. It's nothing like that. But it's always a fun wine to be able to do. For one, I like this wine personally because it's got some lot of fill to it. Straight to the Rosato. Now, I don't know if anybody has ever had Beaujolais Nouveau. Anybody?
Yeah.
For the longest time, I think it was the 11th of November or the second Thursday in November, they would release it. And what I like about that wine is it's always fresh. What I like about this wine is the same thing. And they use something that is the same style. It's called carbonic maceration. If you're familiar with carbonic maceration, normally with grapes, they take them and they press them, squeeze the juice out. Okay, and the carbonic maceration, not a body for a white. Yes, not a fan. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm reading it at the same time. Carbonic maceration actually explodes the grapes. What that does is it gives it a completely different flavor and gives it a great little Rosato color to it without having to be on the skins for that long. It has a beautiful, rich kind of style to it. You actually get a little bit of that petulance, a little bit of frizzante to this wine, which I really, really like. Really, really fresh and clean. At the same time, giving you a little bit of gumption to the actual tasting. I get like a little bit of fruit flavor, strawberry here with a little bit of that charred kind of flavor. People always think that that's a barrel. That's actually from the way that the wine is made in that carbonic maceration style.
I in grapefruit, is it just me, or is it like just berries? But I'm feeling like something like.
I think it's got a nice acidity to it, and a lot of times acidity is always it's always particular to the person. But I think the acidity on this one is definitely there. But I grapefruit, that's a new one for me. I like it though.
I totally get grapefruit, like a red or pink grapefruit.
Pink grapefruit, like a ruby red. No,
I don't know. A lighter kind of.
Yeah.
It's
very different.
So Steve was saying, yes, not a fan of Beaujolais Nouveau, I think he was saying. And I'm like, well, that's kind of just like a nostalgia kind of thing. You know, it gets you in the mood for like, oh, Thanksgiving and fall is coming, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I think of for.
And to me, Beaujolais Nouveau is one of those things that was more of a, I hate to say it that way, but kind of like a marketing gimmick. That's why it came out the same day. It's like, I swear, I think it's the second Thursday in November. But they always did it because they knew that everyone would line up for it at the same time. It's like, you know, when the new iPhone comes out, everyone lines up for it, right? Same kind of thing. Huh?
Like, who's going to buy it otherwise? Like, I mean.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not a ton of people out there going, hey, I want Beaujolais Nouveau right now, unless you're going and doing that, because it's kind of one of those things that you've been taught or learned over years that, you know what, it comes out right then. The only reason I brought that up was to give you the same idea of the freshness of what they do with the style of winemaking here. At Barber Leone, they want to make something that is yet old world and traditional to the old world techniques. Carbonic maceration is one, but yet still have a fresh style of the way that they're coming about it in the new age. Beautiful marriage of old and new. That's what we like.
I like that about this wine. I think that makes it a little bit better for me. Like I like a little bit of the bubble, but
yeah, little petulance here. And I mean, a lot of times you don't get that with rosé, and with doing the carbonic maceration, you really do get a kind of different style to it.
So just to fill everyone in on the cheese, again, if you got charcuterie, I tried to go, in clockwise order starting. And so I usually do a little taste test with these. I couldn't open this wine. I was like, it was 1 a.m. and I was like fighting it. I could not get the cork to move at all. I was like, I don't know what's wrong. Alex was asleep. So I just guessed on the cheese pairing, and I think I played it pretty safe with the Vermont Creamery.
No, it's good.
But now that I'm tasting this, because I hadn't tasted it, I didn't know, but I kind of be curious to see what it's like with cheese number 2, which is the blue cheese. I kind of wonder what
I don't know. Let's see.
So, anyway, I don't know. But somebody said they like the cheese. Oh, Amber likes the cheese. What's the alcohol content, JD?
It says
on this, I believe it's 12.5.
Yeah.
It's not a high alcohol content on this. This is meant, and that's what they really do, old world style. When we talk about old world, the new world, I think old world, they atypically have a lower alcohol content, just like they don't have a drinking age, because it's something that is meant to be, it's like a part of your food groups. We were always taught there's 4 food groups. Now there's 5. Well, in Italy, there's 7 or 8, because you know what, they add red, white, and rosé. And it's something that you get all the time. You it in a kind of mason jar. I have a bunch of Italian friends that always said, oh, we would get it in a mason jar, be half wine and half water. And they were talking about it like 6, 7 years old. And it was one of those things that they always did. And it makes you agree with it, and kind of, it's not as, naughty, if you want to say it that way, because it's something that you've always grown up with. It's not something different that you want to rebel and, okay, let's throw the good time, Charlie. So I like this one because of that freshness to it.
So Christy was saying that it was awesome with the blue cheese too. So
yeah, absolutely.
If you've got the cheese plate or the charcuterie, take a little bite of that blue cheese with it. See what how you think.
I actually really like this. If you've never had Cambozola.
Yes, yeah, we've had that.
That I know. That black Cambozola, it's the mix between Camembert and Gorgonzola. One of my favorites. It actually really goes really well with this, because I actually just kind of like the veins go through that cheese. This wine kind of does the same thing. I really think it's fantastic that way.
JD, can you see Steve's comment?
Would I classify this as a patio pounder? It depends on who I'm drinking with, but I could, and it depends on what I'm doing. I like it. Like I said, it's anything to me that is fresh, easy to drink. It's like that got that refreshing sense. I think to me is a good patio pounder. It's not quite like that Pinot Grigio that we had a couple weeks ago, but I see what you're saying, Steve.
Hi, Darcy. Hi, MJ.
Yes.
Other MJ. There's 2 MJs on.
Yes. Confusing.
Welcome to the wine tasting. So this wine is listed in the shop for $18. Kate's got it, and the Vermont, the Creamery Cremont is $12. So
$12. $12.
And maybe you want to say something to the newbies about your price point and like why you choose boutique wines. Do they know this?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying they're new. We didn't say that. Like,
okay.
These aren't wines you can walk into like a Publix or a ABC.
I think that think that Darcy and MJ know that, you
Probably.
know,
Okay.
but you know, yeah. And usually we try to keep it around $20. Sometimes we go a little bit over and sometimes we go a little under, but
20.
you know,
We
so
try to equilibrium them out, you know.
yes. Anyway, I think it's been a while since we've seen them, but it hasn't been that long. I think they got it.
They got it.
Okay, Darcy wants to know, does the number one go with the blue cheese? We're a little behind. Okay, so they got a charcuterie, so it goes, I've made them in clockwise order. It went with the goat cheese. It's like a goat
Here, I'll show you.
cow blend. Yeah.
Hold on.
It can't, but we decided it's really good with the blue too. So
Yes.
So this is the number one cheese, and the blue is beside it, and it's really good both ways.
Absolutely. That's what's fun about wine and cheese. Sometimes you think it's going to go perfect with one, and all of a sudden you try it with something different, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, Steve, I don't think the fizz will get in the way because I'm a bubble head, so bubbles are always good. Sorry, I was going with the comments over here, but absolutely. And let's learn some. Okay. All right. Beautiful. Any other questions on the Varvellone?
I don't think
Next.
All right. Next.
so. Move. Yeah, gosh, we're moving right into red.
Yay.
Yeah. We were trying to do something a little bit different today and move straight into red. Steve, I agree with you. The pecans are fantastic.
Oh, the pecan.
Thank you, Steve. I didn't know that you got some. I'm so happy you got some. I did probably know that at one point, but yes, if you haven't tried the pecans, you must get some. They are on the charcuterie. The candied pecans are on the charcuterie, and we have some in the shop roasted and candied right now.
So good.
Yes, red as it should be. Yes. Joy got a whole bag or two.
They're addictive.
All right. We're going to move on to the next one. The first red is called Coelho. Coelho is actually a Portuguese word for rabbit or bunny. If you could show, Christy, after you get done pouring, show them the label. It's got a little bunny on it. This is a fun little Pinot Noir, something that is different now. People think of Pinot as very entry level towards a red. See, yeah, little bunny. But I actually love Willamette. And if you've ever been to Oregon and been to wine country in Willamette, everyone knows it's Willamette, damn it. People always say Willamette, just a little teaching point. It's always Willamette. This is actually one of my favorite Pinot Noirs out of that area. I actually went up there on a trip a couple of years ago and actually got to go to this winery. It's fantastic. They actually are very, 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 very meticulous in doing everything by hand. What that does is makes it a completely different style. If you're picking stuff by hand instead of mechanically, you're not going to bruise your grapes, and you get that beautiful freshness that you get out of Pinot Noir. What is it? I see you two are in unison and everything. I was like, what's going on over there?
Over the comments, you can see them.
We're laughing.
We're laughing.
Oh,
drink.
okay. Yeah. All right. I got you now. But Oregon Pinot Noir is definitely different. Huh?
You're in on the joke.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Oregon Pinot Noir is definitely different than California. California is atypically a little bit more fruit driven, a little bit more strawberries and cherries, where you get those flavors off of Oregon Pinot Noir, but at the same time, you get this little bit of higher acidity. And that's because of the latitudinal change and also stylistically what they get in the terroir around there. You get more of a damp forest floor. When I say that, you get kind of cedar. You get like a little bit of almost cedar box or some kind of pine cone towards there. And we get that acidity really, really grips onto it. I like that because there's a lot more, and it's definitely more, to me, more diverse style wine. I like Oregon Pinots because of that. They're a lot more complex, and there's some things going on in the background where a lot of times Pinot Noir can be very, hate to use the word, but flaccid sometimes because it's monotonal. I think Christy like that. That was for you, buddy. It is. Huh?
I laugh at everything.
I know. It's all right. We're supposed to have fun. It's a wine tasting. But you know what? I like it because it's got the acidity that it can carry food. People always talk about Pinot Noir with fish, or is there a red for fish? I love Pinot Noir with fish. And this is actually, Steve asked this story behind the bunny. Yeah, it's the Portuguese word, Coelho. The name of the winery is actually just translation in Portuguese to rabbit. And they put the bunny on there. It's actually called the Bunny Series, which is kind of funny because they do a higher tiered single vineyard for each of their different single vineyards that they blend. All right. Yeah, I got all the other questions on the right too. So
yeah, I know. We're in the joke. Like, yeah, we're just laughing at the comments. They're good.
Oh, I know. And then I'm trying to talk, and then I look at you guys, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind. I'm like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I love acidity with wines because to me, when you like to cook, you have to balance fat and acidity, and I think that's what you do. The same thing with wine. Wine is very much a passion thing for people, and if you're doing it with food or if you're doing it just by itself, you need something that's got balance. Either the wine itself's got to do it, or what you put with it.
I really like this
Steve
one,
loves it. Huh?
JD. I really like this one.
Yes, excellent.
This one is excellent. Like if Mikey was here, he would love this one.
Oh, if Mikey was.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
That's a beautiful thing.
he's on the boat.
The fun thing about wines like this is they are kind of like that bridge. They're for people that I always say it's kind of there's gateway wines.
Yeah.
People that are always a wine or sweet wine drinker, even if it's red, and then trying to get somebody to try other wines like this, it can get difficult. But when you get them to finally try them, they're just amazed by the flavors and how cohesive that they can be and how much that they can actually enjoy these.
This one is awesome.
Oh, birthday bottle for Mike.
Oh, okay.
All right. Good.
Done.
Yeah.
Birthday
Check.
tomorrow.
One present down.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe
All right.
loves it. Karen likes the cedar
Oh,
note.
cedar, Karen. Yes. I'm smelling something. I'm like, what is that?
Chrissy, I said cedar like 3 times.
You did?
She's like, I don't know why I feel like cedar.
It's okay. No, it's okay. Y'all have this paired with a blue cheese?
Yes, this is paired with the blue cheese, the Point Reyes blue cheese. So it's not as creamy as the Cambozola, but it is very nice and smooth.
I
and
love this.
not overpowering. So for this tasting, I felt like these wines were all pretty agreeable to whatever cheese. I mean, they're very cheese friendly, all of these wines. So
Oh my God.
it wasn't that hard to
No. And see, that's what I think is fun. Is I like the way that you do it because you put them out there and you pair them, but then people can go around and they can pick and choose what. Oh well, you know what? I like it this way, and then I like it this way. I think it's a brilliant way of doing things because you know what? It gives people. Oh, I definitely got it. Thank you, Karen. See, Christy, she got it from me. The cedar notes. I was just busting your chops.
Traitor, Karen.
Traitor? No, not at all. She's staying with the OG. But yeah, I like that. I really, really like that about this wine. It's got some great balance all the way throughout. And you'll hear me say the word balance when it comes to wine a lot because that's the best descriptor you can give to me on a wine. Because a lot of times if it's so fruity and it's sweet or there's not any backbone to it, You know, I don't know if anyone's ever talked to you about the actual weights of wines. And I always talk about weights of wines like skim milk, 2% whole milk. Okay, light, medium, and heavy. Skim being light, 2% being medium, whole milk being heavy. I like wines that, you know what, can bridge in between those gaps, between light and medium and heavy. Because that's what this is to me.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
I like this one.
I like this one. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Any other questions over this one? Also going well with my Joe says it's going well with her pizza, so that's a beautiful thing.
Quit talking about your pizza. You're making us hungry. I want to say something really quickly about the charcuterie. So, because somebody said something about the pecans going with something, but you can do whatever you want with the pecans. But for the people that got just the cheese pairing plate, I paired the pecans with the last wine and the last cheese to go with that. So if you want to save one to try with that you could, if you wanted. Or eat them all.
You could just eat them all. It's very tempting just to eat them all. They're a little addictive, Kate.
Okay, well.
Control. All right, we're good. We'll stop
All right, you ready? All right. So the next one we're going to go to is the Negroamaro. So the same thing that we had on the Rosato, it's the same exact grapes. Okay. They're not the same exact grapes. They're from the same winery, the same vineyards. Everything is the same. It's just about the red treatment and what they do with it. Now, on this side, they do not do carbonic maceration on the Negroamaro. 12 Meses Negroamaro is definitely not carbonic maceration. They do a traditional style drip through method. They do a beautiful press with it. I love these. And Christy, thank you for making sure to show the labels, because I love these labels too. They're kind of attractive. They're sexy. They're supposed to be new age. Like I said, it's a winery that does makes a much higher tiered wine. And then they want to do this for like restaurants and stuff, and to have that beautiful crisp kind of entry level style to these. Negroamaro to me has got this kind of beautiful black cherry, a little bit of vanilla, very silky, definitely medium body, that 2% milk like we were just talking about, that is just all the way across the palate. I think that these wines are exactly what, the new age people in getting into wine and our wine drinkers now here, especially domestically, would love to see from Italian wines. A lot of times people would think of Italian wines that it's always that Chianti in a basket that you saw when you were a kid. At least that's what I mean, do y'all remember that when you went in an Italian restaurant, they had like the little straw basket Chianti?
I still like that.
The Chianti.
That's like part of that nostalgia.
It's nostalgic. Absolutely. Absolutely. But those wines are always really, really acidic, because that Sangiovese has got some great acidity to it. And that is, it does exactly what it's supposed to do in an Italian restaurant. Okay. It cuts through, some of the sauces. It's cutting through some of those cheeses, that heavy Parmesan, the mozzarella. I said mozzarella. And it actually has that acidity cut through, which I love. But at the same time, having something and being able to show and express these wines from Italy that have this freshness, that have this new age style, I really, really love it. And that's one of my favorite things about Barba Leone. That's why we wanted to do 2 wineries from them. Plus, the Rosato to me is just it's fun. I'm not I know a lot of people aren't big on rosé, and being in this industry for years, I remember people going, hey, trying to sell them a rosé and go, hey, would you like to? Oh, I don't like white Zinfandel. It's not the same thing. Definitely not the same thing. So being able to do that and have this new age style wine, I love it. I think it's fantastic. This Negroamaro, personally for me, is one of those pizza pasta burgers. Who was it that said that they're enjoying it with pizza? Joe, try this with your pizza. This is fantastic because you have a wine that's got a little bit more juiciness, a little bit more viscosity to it, but will really hold up to that pizza. It's a pizza pasta burger wine if there ever was one. I like that about a wine. To me, that's one compliment you can give to a wine. I mean, sometimes you need. Have you ever tasted a wine and been like, I need a steak with this wine? Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, the big cabs, those huge, big, Nebbiolo wines or Brunello or, Bordeaux. I mean, you have to have something that's big. And I like this wine because this, to me, is like that wine that you can have with almost anything out there. It'll hold up to a steak, but you don't need it. I love something that'll go with a burger. I don't know about y'all, but I actually love a beautiful, nice grilled burger, brioche bun, lettuce, tomato, onion, and a nice glass of red wine. That's a perfect pairing for me. Makes me very, very happy. What do you think, Christy? What's the matter?
I love this one, and somebody just asked about the price point on this, and it's $18 is what we have it listed here at the shop. Like for this kind of this caliber of a wine, I think that is so good. I actually. It'll be interesting. Like, we always go back because, we have the bottles. So we always go back and okay, which ones do we really love? But this one, the Pinot, of course, like that was a no brainer. Love that one. But this one, you okay there?
Pardon me.
You okay? Are you hawking up a lug over there, sweetheart?
Fine. I was just joking to death.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Steve wants to know what region in Italy.
What region in Italy is this, JD?
This actually comes from, I believe this is Puglia. Both of these are Puglia.
And
what Varveglione really concentrates on, they concentrate on Puglia and Manduria. So they're just two kind of slightly separate regions in area-wise, but they have a lot of the same terroir and climate. So they actually have a lot of cool expressions of the wines. Because this Barbaglione, they make a Salice Salentino, and then they make a Papale, which I want to try to bring in to do for another tasting at some point in the future.
Okay.
And I agree with Steve with bison burgers. Sorry, I just didn't want to interrupt the coughing fit.
Oh, well, thank you. I think she's.
I just thought you're okay. I heard a lung was going to go missing. I wasn't sure.
Golly, I was like, I'm going to have to exit the area for a moment.
Don't worry, I got it.
But okay, so people are asking about the cheese. I think I'm able to speak now. But the cheese is from Beecher's, which we are going to have another one of their cheeses again tonight. But it's called the Marco Polo, named after the great explorer, adventurer, because he brought pepper to Europe. So this is made with green and black peppercorns and cracked peppercorns, and it's supposed to give it's a kind of a creamy. It's a little harder cheese, but it's still a little bit creamy, and it's supposed to give like an umami kind of taste to it. Yeah,
that's perfect.
It's yummy. How many times do I say that in a tasting? It's yummy.
Christy's in.
It's good.
I mean, I'm waiting for you
this
to not
new,
like.
Right?
Yeah, that's new. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen Christina like a wine or two.
No, the pairing. She's always.
I know. I was just showing the figure of the one. It was one time.
Oh yeah, once.
No,
once. Nah.
If I'm not crazy about a wine, I go, this is a Kate wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Segue.
And usually Kate's like, yeah, that's more of a Christy wine.
But that's what it was for a while with Pinot Grigio. But I think that, a couple of weeks ago, we got a Pinot Grigio that I think, Kate liked. So it's always beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
It was good.
That pairing.
I like Joy's comment. Christy, we will have to count sometime or drink every time she says yummy.
A new game.
And we all.
Joy just started a new game here at GG&R. All right.
Oh,
gosh.
Every time she says yummy, I'm gonna go like this. That means you have to drink.
You know what's happening right now? Karen's making tick marks on her tasting notes. Our secretary.
Secretary. We have several secretaries, but yes.
Ah.
Christy's yummy game.
Bottles for all.
That's so funny. JD, good job on this one. I really like this one.
Yeah.
too.
Beautiful.
And
I'm glad you guys like it.
they like the price point, which is excellent. And
You know, it's okay. I'm going to go off on a quick little tangent. Anybody can find wines that are expensive that tastes good. They should. If you're paying an exorbitant amount of money for a bottle of wine, they really should be really good. The trick is to find these wines like this that I love, that I think that over deliver. Same thing with cheese. Same thing with, you know what? Anything in life, anything that over delivers to me is always a win-win. And I love wines like this because it's not something that necessarily most people would be like, hey, I want this Negroamaro. I've never heard of it before, but when you get to try it, that's the actual perfect way to be able to do it. And that's what I actually really love also about what you guys do here is doing these. This is really cool. The first time I did it, I was so nervous. I was so nervous because I was like, look, this is just, I'm not a computer person. That's it. You know me. I don't get nervous in front of people. But the computer aspect of it made me nervous. So.
Well, it's funny that you say that because we picked up on that when you, like the first time, I was like, oh, I've never seen JD nervous.
It doesn't happen often. So, savor the flavor because it's not going to happen again.
uh-oh. What's happening?
Uh-oh. Are we listening? I don't know. We're still live.
Are we on?
Are
Can you hear us?
Can
Are we
you
here?
hear us?
All right. So I'm going to move on to the next wine.
Oh, okay.
We good?
Yeah, are we here? Are we still here?
Yeah.
Oh,
People, can you hear
oh, my
me?
screen froze or something. I don't know. Go ahead.
We're good.
I hope we're still live.
All right, cool.
Somebody
live.
message so we know we're still live, please.
No, we're live.
All right,
You can
cool.
see us.
All right. So we're going to move on to the Merlot. Merlot is how everybody in the United States, there we go. Merlot. It is actually the number one red wine behind Cabernet that people consume in restaurants. What we did is we brought in one called GV. GV, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you turn that bottle around, Chrissy?
Sure, JD.
Okay, you're not going to be able to see it. All right. So there's a slight little map on this. Now you won't be able to it's not.
Oh, it's like super tiny, like right here.
Yeah. It's just giving you a map. I was trying to give you an idea of where Solano Creek is. This is from Green Solano Creek. Green Solano Creek is actually just a little bit northeast of Napa. And the reason I tell you where Solano Creek is if you've ever heard of a wine called Caymus. Caymus just actually built their winery here in the same region, literally next door to GV. GV makes Syrah, Dolcetto, Cabernet, Merlot. They do what they call a super rosso, which has got Sangiovese, Dolcetto, basically all of those into one as a blend. And it's actually a beautiful blend that is really rich in style. We did the Merlot because Merlot to me is that forgotten grape. If anybody ever seen the movie Sideways? Sideways was all about Pinot Noir. It was the proclamation of Pinot Noir. It made Pinot Noir so big, so bold. It actually changed the way that wine was sold because the Pinot Noir was so big in style, but it really degraded Merlot. The only reason I know I'm weird with stories, but I promise you I'm going to get there. This is actually the reason I tell you that is because this actually made people actually really make a conscious effort to make great Merlot. The Merlots Really needed a little bit of extra passion, a little bit extra attention, and it made a higher quality Merlot. Ironic part about that, the last wine in the movie that he said it was his favorite wine was a Merlot. Okay, so this is what I'm drinking when I guess I could have turned that around myself, Christy. The same one. That's the red that I'm drinking right now. I like the GB Merlot because it has tannins. It has structure. You get kind of this wonderful rich fruit to it, and the structure on this wine comes from the acidity. Because you're a little bit further off the coast, you don't have so much ocean influence. So you get it a little bit hotter, but it still gets those cooling winds. And sorry, I tried to read at the same time. And it gets these cooling winds that actually have, as we talked about last or 2 weeks ago, diurnal temperature, it changes that temperature. Grapes want, when you talk about grapes, you want what you call good, bad soil. You don't want soil that's too rich and fertile. That's why Florida isn't really that great. That and the sandiness. But if you get into over a Clearwater area, you have this rich, dark soil. But it's almost too good for grapes. Okay? You want this little bit of soil that's got this richness to it. It's got the right mineral composition, but it makes it struggle. Anything that is given too much in life, it's never going to flourish to its proper potential. Okay? Trust me, that's what I tell my kids. It's like, oh, I got that.
Yeah.
And you need to struggle for a little bit things at times, and that's what makes it for good grapes. Okay, this Merlot gets that richness out of it, and it gets tannins that most people would put towards a Cabernet. But Merlot should have that. A lot of times Merlot gets this kind of Milky Way, candy bar kind of chocolatey style to it. I like this because it has acidity. It's really balanced. Like I said earlier, balance is one of the best things that you can find on wines. To me, it's got that little bit of something extra to me. I like this wine because it will hold up to food. If you had this with a steak, you're gonna be extremely happy. Cabernets sometimes have this kind of grippy, kind of woodsy tanning, and very much from California in this area will have this kind of woody structure to it. It really, really grips. This one is going to actually be able to show through that, just because it's all the way through. You don't have something that's cutting it off. And which cheese did you have with this one?
We have another Beecher's cheese, the flagship cheddar, which is, one of the crowd pleasers.
That's
usually
a customer favorite.
Yeah, it's, it is a cheddar, but it is kind of a little bit more creamy, and it's got a little crunch to it. It's really, really good.
A little bit of the crystalline to it.
Yeah.
Perfect. I like that. Those crystalline, it's going to go really, really well with that, actually, because when you get into those crystals, that's when you get that structure, that acidity that you're getting up inside. Man, I'm not going to stick my fingers in my mouth, but up inside, that's where people don't understand is a lot of times acidity comes towards the front of your mouth and it goes into the gums. When you get towards the back of your mouth, that's where your wood tannins or your tannic structure from the grape comes out. And it's fun to be able to kind of differentiate because a lot of times acidity and tannins get kind of overlapped when you're describing a wine. And I think this has a good balance of both because it does see 12 months in oak. It is completely a Merlot with that acidic kind of tannic-y feel from the grapes. Really, really beautiful.
So
bone-in pork chop. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read too, and the bone-in pork chop got me. I like that, Steve.
I got caught there too, but Karen says this is good with the pecans. Well, I mean, I think everything's good with the spicy, sweet pecans.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was saying before. Like, I think like all of these red wines are, they're going to go with everything that's on the charcuterie or the the cheese pairing plate. I think they're kind of interchangeable. This was kind of an easy one.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, that bone-in pork chop, honestly, Steve, like that would be excellent with that. Like my Mike makes a stuffed grilled pork chop that is like melt your face off. This would be good with that.
See, putting a little bit of that salty cheese in there, a little chorizo or bacon with some like caramelized onions, stuff it in the pork chop and tie it and grill it. I'm in.
Okay.
I think we have this weekend's menu.
What?
Steve, are you talking to me? Are you trying to talk to me? Because I don't understand what's happening.
What did she miss?
What did I miss? I'm missing something, but we understand what it is.
Wait, what? Sydney said something up. No.
Okay. I missed something, but I'm not.
So what do you think of this one?
Oh my gosh, I love it. And you know what? What you said before is, I am more on the cab side than on the Merlot side. I do love the blend of both of them together a lot. And I do like Merlots, but what you said before about the like chocolatey, velvety kind of thing about Merlot, I think that's the thing that I don't love as much. So this is really nice for me. It feels more like a blend actually. So
yeah. And I will also say, like, I'm one of those people, like, you present me with a Merlot, I'd be like, nope, I'm out. Like, I would not. But this one, I agree with Kate. Like, the balance is so nice. I don't know why. Balance is so nice.
Yeah. I know it's funny that I say that word, but the balance is key to a wine. I mean, on any wine, white, red, pink, purple, green, orange, blue, violet, whatever it is. Balance on a wine is fantastic.
100% agree.
Okay.
100% agree.
Sydney.
Well, when we're talking about the Merlot, and you were talking about flavors, like the Milky Way style people really started, and that's why I brought up the sideways thing. I brought up that because you know what, a lot of people thought of it as like this kind of Milky Way, kind of caramelly chocolate style. It's not true overall for Merlot, and that's why I brought up that reference to the point of the movie, because you know what, it really did do a lot. Ask any winemaker out of California, it changed the way that they concentrated on Merlot. 100%. I've talked to hundreds of them, and they all agree. So
that's crazy.
Yep. I mean, it's funny. You know what? People always think, people talk about social media, how it changes things, movies change things. That's exactly what happened in this case. So
that's like, you know what I've been watching right now is Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. It's like the same thing. If Guy Fieri goes into a restaurant, he's like, this restaurant is amazing. Everybody goes there, and all of a sudden they have like 10 locations.
Yeah. And then you go there and you're like, this is terrible.
This is disgusting. No, but yeah, it happens. I mean,
wait, wasn't he from Sacramento? I think he was, and that's where we lived when that was like all going on, and we were like, no, that's not good. What? And he had like the hair, and he was like, yeah.
Oh my God, I love that show. Me and the kids, that's one of our go-to shows. That and American Pickers.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Why?
Ours was always Modern Family.
Oh, love Modern Family.
Yeah, so.
That one's
we're on to the piece de resistance. This is the last one of the night. It is called the Convergence Mistral. So, Steve?
Hold on. It's yummy.
I love Steve. I thought he was from Flavortown. The Mistral here is your GSM. It is your GSM of the night. It's Grenache, Syrah, Mourvedre. And everyone's going to ask me why I put this at the end. Because I wanted to. No, Convergence Zone is, if anyone was on before, that's CZ, Convergence Zone. Mistral,
oh my God, you can really see
where the
it.
meteorologists that are here is that beautiful wind that comes out of the north. And we actually really like that. The GSM. GSM was really brought fourth in kind of popularity from Australian wines back in the late 90s, early 2000s. People always thought of Grenache Shiraz and Mourvedre. This is Grenache Syrah and Mourvedre. So what's the difference? Location. Location, location, location. Just like realty, it's about location. If you talk about Pinot Grigio or Pinot Gris, it's style. When you talk about Syrah or Shiraz, it's about location. This is Washington State, and this is actually Sierra de Cheval mountain region that this actually comes from. This is Grenache with, I think it's, if I break it, I know I have it right here. I always mix this one up on the actual percentages on which one is which. So I'm going to look. I got it right here.
Hold on. I can be your expert.
Give me my expert. It's on the back of the bottle.
Grenache
63. Huh?
Grenache 63%,
Yeah.
Syrah 32%, and Mourvedre 5%.
5%. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So Grenache is being the heaven. I knew GSMs are always going to be, huh? Hey, high five. Good job. Grenache is always the heavy grape here in a GSM. If you ever hear somebody call a wine an MSG or a GMS, they're just translating the different grapes that are in it. This is a wine blend that has been known for years, all the way back to French winemaking in Châteauneuf-du-Pape, Southern Rhone. Steve, I see Steve. Sorry, Steve got me there. I've been waiting for this wine all day, he said. So, but yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love this winery. Steve even talked about the wine that we did a couple weeks ago from CZ. And this winery is absolutely fantastic. It's very small production, and when we were talking about hand-picked earlier, they do everything hand-picked. Everything is hand-pressed. What that means is instead of a machine that is sitting there and they push a button and it presses it down and squeezes the juice, they actually have a rotating crank that people are actually doing to press the grapes, letting it up and doing a repress of the grapes to make sure you get this beautiful, rich flavor out of it. Grenache is my favorite grape. If you've never had it, it's the #1 planted red grape in the world. And Sardinia, known as Cannonau, and Spain is Garnacha, and the rest of, pretty much the rest of the world, it is Grenache. I actually love this wine because it's rich, it's opulent, has this beautiful viscosity to it that actually really sings through just about anything and everything. I'm just kind of curious, what cheese did you pair this with?
Oh,
Sorry, of course I got you mid-bite.
sorry. We paired it with the Barber's 1833 cheddar, but not just that, topped with the sweet and spicy pecans.
Stupid good. Stupid yummy.
Yeah.
Stupid yummy. I like that.
So yummy.
So that,
What if I use that saying, stupid good, stupid yummy?
oh, Karen says, Kate, the cheese, pecan, and wine is a religious experience as far as pairings go.
Good. Awesome. I love it.
Love that.
That is so
Love
funny.
that. No, I think the pecans, and like any of those cheeses with the pecans in this wine it's gonna be good. Yeah.
The pairing
Absolutely.
is. But JD, this is definitely a Kate wine.
Definitely. So somebody, I think it was Sydney earlier, was saying, what does Christy think about this wine? Like immediately. And I'm like, she's taking it slowly. But she smelled it and she was like, okay.
Yep, okay.
Yeah, no, I love it. Love it.
I agree with Steve on this one. I like this wine. You know what's funny is everyone always goes to white wines for spicy foods. This is a beautiful red wine that goes with spicy foods because it has this kind of, it has just that amount of richness. It's not overbearing with tannins. Grenache is not always super tannic. That's why they add a little bit of Syrah and Mourvedre to kind of balance it out, Christy. But at the same time, I think Steve's got a point here. I actually like this with spicy food. If you do it like Steve, I will challenge you, do spicy ribs with this wine.
I would say, you know what?
Works really well.
It would be like a spicy Thai, like something like super spicy that you were like, you know, this wine would pair good with. But I have to say, JD, the last time you brought us the CZ, I did like it. Like
Yeah,
I do,
which is not her.
I do like it. Like this isn't like so sickly, like heavy for me that I'm like absolutely not. Like I understand. Like this actually, like with the pairing, it's perfection.
So, oh wow.
Well, that's all Kate's perfection.
I don't know.
I just bring the juice. She does the pairs.
Wait, is it yummy? Because people need to drink.
Well, the pairing is yummy.
Look,
Just
Everybody
if you
drink.
haven't drank yet, it's yummy.
Oh, Karen, I would agree. Like on the nose, super intimidating. I was like, no,
that's what
that's
she did.
exactly what
She
happened.
smelled it and
Absolutely.
she was like, I don't know,
Yeah,
but
I agree. It's very balanced, JD.
Yeah, we have a Yancey fancy horseradish cheese. I like Joy. Yeah, beautiful. Is heavy, not to drink, to stand, but needs a good pick.
all right, Steve, you need some pecans. You need to get some of the pecans.
The pecans with the cheddar.
Is that
Oh, is that
Mikey?
Oh,
Someone's at the door.
that's Mikey.
It's Mikey. Give it to
Oh
Mikey.
my God.
He'll
It's
try.
not Mikey. It's someone else. We don't know. No, sorry. Okay,
Sorry.
bye.
We're on a live feed.
Oh my God, the pecans in the honey.
Stupid good.
Okay,
It's stupid yummy.
accidentally in the honey. Delicious.
I've been to church this week. I'm with who said that, Karen?
Yes. A
So
religious experience.
Okay, so what's everybody's favorites? Let's play
We
that
gotta
game.
know that game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Man, that's tough.
I think
3, 2, 4, 5, 1.
3, 2, 4, 5, 1. Okay.
I would go 2, 3, 4, 1, 5. Those three in the middle for me were super good.
Okay.
And I like the rosé actually. I think I would have liked it with like I need ice.
Which one?
Oh. Tell Steve I live in Melbourne.
What?
Steve said, JD, I don't know where you live, but we need to have some food and wine. I said, I live in Melbourne. Let me know the time and place.
Yeah, that's definitely a goal, JD. We would really like to do some like, you know, posted pairings, plates, like,
Absolutely.
you know,
Love to do it.
yeah. I think that's definitely a goal of ours.
3, 4, 1, 5, 2. I can get behind that.
3, 4, 1, 5. 2. That's
Okay.
So then 3, 1, 2, 4, 5. 2
Oh.
for MJ and Kate, my turn. 3. Oh, people are really loving the Negroamaro. I love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
the 3. So Tracy was 3, 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay.
No. Oh wait.
Tracy.
Not my zip code. 2 for MJ. 8 mattered. Okay.
Oh yeah, it was
2.
good.
Oh yeah, that was good. Oh my gosh, these numbers and these. Yeah. Okay.
3, 4, 2, 5, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, 3 definitely are. I think are high on everyone's list.
Yeah.
Awesome. You know, look, if we could introduce some people to a Negroamaro and be able to show them exactly what it was about, I love that. I love that. Everybody knows what a Merlot is. I mean, in all honesty, I'm not trying to be mean, but everybody knows what Merlot is. Trying to show a Negroamaro and get people to really love it, that's a perfect win-win.
Yeah, I think so too. Great picks, JD. Again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Great.
Well, he did all the hard work. I was like, look, this one, this one, this one, this one. And she said, okay.
That's the way we like it.
That's the way we like it. That's perfect.
Yeah. Lots of threes. I think everybody likes the 3.
Yeah.
Christy, can you show the number 3 bottle? They want the picture of the Negroamaro.
Yeah. It's so cool.
Can you see it?
Yep. It looks good.
That is so cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, thank you
Like I
guys.
said, that winery is all about new age. It's really, really cool to have like multiple generational aspects being including in the winery and actually doing it. One of my favorite wineries that we represent.
100%.
Oh, you'd be surprised, Joy. Joy says, what doesn't Kate say? Okay.
Oh, no, Kate does. Kate.
That's funny. We actually, just so you guys know, when I bring wines to taste with Kate, she has said no to more wines than she said yes to. Because the fact of the matter is she actually really cares. And she actually really does it. And I love that. Because some people, huh?
Yeah, Kate's always like, no.
Yes.
No, okay. I thought she was telling me not to say anything. I'm like, look, that's respect. You have a lot of pride in what you do, and I love that. So
yeah, she doesn't want. Her whole thing is like she doesn't want to serve anything in here that she wouldn't drink.
But also, you know, there are certain things that I don't like that I know other people like. But I'm getting pretty good at knowing what the people around, you know, our little group here likes, and so
you're right.
I'm glad everyone seems pleased with this tonight, and.
So you know, when we hit the Negroamaro, when we tried the Negroamaro, she was like, "Oh, they're gonna love this." I remember you saying that, Kate, and I was like, "Okay, beautiful." So I was just wanted to make sure, like that was if that was the number 1 wine of the day, I wanted to make sure that everyone knew that you know what you said you had to have that one. So
yeah. So what Joy says? What was the 12? What does that mean? The 12?
12 mesas, 12 mesas, 12 months. 12 months in oak.
12 months in oak. Oh,
Mhm.
got you. Steve, thank you.
All about a year cycle.
Thank you guys.
Steve and Jean, we love you guys.
Yeah.
You know, we agree. I mean, I think it's all yum.
Yummy.
Yummy.
That's yummy.
So thank you, everyone. Like JD, like we love having you here. We really appreciate you and your expertise, and thank you for bringing us like another really interesting collection. Like I never tasted these kinds. I don't know. Merlot I've had, but the rest of them, no.
Yeah. Well, that's the fun part is I was like, look, we can always, you know, I think 2 weeks ago we did like 3 Cabernets. I was like, look, we will always want to try to do something fun like that to give something interesting and that everyone's going to know. But at the same time, it's always about introducing to new wines or new grapes or varietals. So it's fun. And I appreciate you guys. I actually love these. My wife always laughs because she's sitting over there and she's looking at me the entire time. She goes, "Did you just say that?" She gives me that look. You know what I mean? Like,
I can sit there.
Yeah, babe, that's what I say. I mean, it's
JD, welcome to come on camera and you know,
sit down,
sit and hang out with you. Like that's how we roll here.
Yep.
I'll come down there. I'll come down there for the next time we do it. We don't have to have 3 cameras. I'll wear a mask.
Your wife could pop her head in, sit there, drink wine. We're all good with that.
She's over there, you know, somebody was talking about pizza earlier, and Kate goes, "Oh, you're making me hungry." Well, she's making Philly cheesesteaks over here, and I'm like, what? I forget a pizza. I want that Philly cheesesteak. I've been smelling it for like about 30 minutes now. So it's good stuff. So always have a fun time here.
Thank you for coming. A big hit again. Excellent wines. I mean, you know, I think this crew can handle 4 reds and 1 rosé. And I like, I know that rosé wasn't the top of the list for most people because most people they're red wine drinkers.
Yeah.
But I did like how you brought that in, and it was very different from any rosé that we had because a lot of times we stick with the same thing. So that was super cool. And yeah. Great picks. It was nice. So cheers to you and everybody else who joined us tonight. And everyone have a good Thursday.
Have a great Thursday. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
You
All
know
right,
where
thank
to
you guys. Appreciate you.
Okay?
Bye-bye.
You know where to find us. All right, you still there, JD?